Let's look at the tail of the tape. 30 years old for Fattig, 26 for Costello. Both guys making weight in this catchweight fight. Both 6'1", a 1-inch reach advantage for Fattig, but very evenly matched, Alex.
Yeah, this will be a fun one. These guys are both heavy hitters. I do know Fattig has a wrestling background, but that has not deterred Costello much in the past.
Let's go in and make this fight official with Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by ZanunaLawFirm.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC at a catchweight of 190 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet, 1 inch tall, and he weighed in officially at 187.2 pounds. Fighting out of Marion, Ohio, today he makes his professional debut. Here is Lionheart, Chris Fattig. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet, 1 inch tall, and he weighed in at 189.8 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, today he looks for his first win as a pro. This is Matty Ice, Matt Costello. Your referee in charge of the action, Danielle Guevara.
Danielle Guevara, our referee. Chris Fattig, Matt Costello.
Oh.
Both guys starting off with a 3 or 4 punch combination. Matt Costello looking like he wants to end this fight very soon.
Now, in a 4-ounce glove, any punch can put out any man. But you can see these guys aren't super loading up. They're going for volume. They're going for combos. And honestly, this is a Matty-style fight. Oh, big right hand there from Matty. Nice uppercut return there from Chris.
And Chris shook that off, too. That was a loud pop on that right hand from Matt Costello. Oh, these guys are putting their head down. I think everybody, all these fighters watch UFC 300. I think everybody's going for this Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway situation here.
Hey, man, I'll take it. That's why we love MMA. Nice underhook there from Chris. Good little whizzer. And notice Matty did a good job using his head as a post to create some space between the hips and then break away. There may be a small cut over the left eye of Chris. Nothing too alarming just yet.
Yeah, it looks like a small cut on the inside of his eyebrow, right over by the bridge of his nose.
And like right there, that's Matty's style. He ate a left hook to give a right hand, and he gives another right hand.
Oh, there's another one.
Big counter.
Chris tries to tie him up because he took a couple big punches right in a row.
Now he's got a good clinch. Before he started doing MMA, he did a lot of Muay Thai. And I'd sparred with him quite a bit way back in the day. I'm talking 5, 6, 7 years ago. But he always had a great clinch, great low kicks, and good volume.
Was he a heavyweight then?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, yeah, we've seen him kind of morph into what he is now.
So big elbows that he landed. And if he can work a get up from here, that takedown won't be all as valuable as it once was. But Chris is doing a great job securing top position and even advancing into a strong top half guard. He's got a little bit of a chin strap. I do know Chris's team has good wrestling and grappling, as that is their primary style. Oh, big right hand on the get.
Just let Matt Costello have that underhook on that right side, and he was able to use it to stand up.
Man, with this kind of volume, 2.5 minutes is so much time to work.
Nice sprawl there from Matt Costello.
See, Chris is kind of cut an angle, but also kind of accepted guard. Good job building his way back up to his feet. Nice whizzer there. Some big, strong hips that Chris is really trying to overtake. Good get up there from Matty Ice.
Chris seemingly trying to slow the pace just a little bit here. Got a little bit of blood in the cage from that cut just over the eye, right by the nose. Matty Ice trying to add to that. Little separation here. Got to think this makes Matt Costello happy. Oh, big right hand.
And like, notice that, oh man, that wasn't like the craziest, most powerful punch, but I'll tell you, it's accurate and it's consistent, and it takes 2 or 3 of those to put somebody out. Oh, big liver hook. Oh, and a big right hook. Chris is having a tough time staying upright. Looks to close the distance. Nice knee in the clinch. Strong whizzer. Good frame there from Matty Ice.
You can see a little bit of desperation on the face of Chris Fattig. As this fight wears on, I think those punches are going to get lighter and lighter, but they'll feel heavier and heavier.
Oh, yeah. See, this is what's hard to emulate in training, is like this level of fatigue and output. I mean, you can spar as hard as you want, but it's just, to reach this is so challenging. Good elbow there on the break from Matt. Man, these are some dangerous exits there from Chris. I think we may see a late round finish here from Matt if he keeps this volume going. Oh, man, and there's a little 4-piece, all hooks. Oh, well-timed knee, didn't quite hit its mark. Man, he's doing a good job staying upright.
10 seconds left here in the first round. All Matt Costello here in the first round. Chris Fattig has done some good things, but just not able to keep him down on the ground. He has taken a lot of big shots. He's got a cut. It's not terrible. He's got a cut between the eye and the nose. It's not going down in his eyes, so it's not affecting his vision any, but the fatigue is obvious on his face. We saw both guys were landing pretty well to start the round. You see a big left hand followed by a right from Matt Costello. Chris landing a couple of shots, and then Matt just landing a couple more right on top of it. Elbows to the ear. Chris able to get this fight to the mat, but not able to keep it there. And then, man, late in the round, it looked like Matt Costello was trying to finish this thing. Ducked that elbow and then landed a 4-piece right there, right at the end, the last 10 seconds. Good dominant match, a lot of damage there for Matt Costello.
Yeah, Matt definitely seems to be the fresher of the two. Chris Fattig showing a lot of grit and poise in this fight, though. It's not your easiest Fury debut by any means. Yeah, no setup for that shot. Oh, nice right uppercut. Man, we just saw a glob of blood come out of the nose of Chris. Oh, big,
This feels like Matt Costello is about to take this fight over.
Man, I mean, unless he slips on a banana peel, which is kind of what just happened.
Yeah, he kind of slipped that. I mean, it looked like he was going to sprawl on it, and I couldn't tell if it was Chris kind of ducking his head around to get to the back, or if he just missed, or like you said, he slipped on a banana peel.
I mean, this is the opportunity that Chris kind of had to get if he wants to keep himself in the fight. And every time they square up and he pummels, he's losing it just one step further.
Yeah, any distance between him and Matt Costello is definitely going in Costello's favor.
You know what I'm going to do after the show is, that was cool. I was like, almost like a power bomb. I'm going to buy a red suit in case we get blood on us, because you got your classy white get up.
Yeah, no,
it's not going to be clean by the end of the night. I can guarantee you that, Mike.
Yeah, this tan jacket and a pink shirt.
Looking sharp, but you're going to get some blood on it. Now, granted, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But I think if Matt can maybe work some body shots in the mix, I think that would even help slow down Chris just a bit more to find that finishing shot.
Yeah, and this just feels like Matt is a few big punches away from ending this thing. Chris is, I mean, it's kind of a half-hearted takedown attempt that worked.
It's like almost like an Uchimata kind of, but it wasn't. Similar angle on the hips, but now you see him in with a little underhook trip. Hits it successful, gets it with a cement mixer. This reversal is called. You got to turn all the way in. Does Chris? He's going to turn all the way in. Man, yeah, you can just see, I mean, these guys are grinding out a pace. I go back to what I said in the second fight. If you want to be a fighter, man, this is what it's about.
Yeah, and you can see Chris looking at the blood dripping on the mat off of his face and his head and nose. I mean, he's taking a lot of damage here.
Yeah, he's just hanging on, trying to give himself a second to breathe here. So from here, Chris has to pull and turn and then get his right arm to the other side of Matt's left hip. I mean, he'll get TKO'd from here if he hangs out here. If Matt can throw some hammer fists right to that ear.
Yeah, he needs to switch to hammer fist. He's getting dangerously close to hitting the back of the head there. And you definitely don't want to get in a situation where you can get disqualified at this point of the fight. You're obviously winning.
They could and probably should stop this fight right now.
Yeah, this is a lot of damage here. Daniel Guevara seeing if she can talk him into defending himself. Giving him plenty of time. Matt Costello's got that arm trapped. He's got that wrist right on that bottom arm. This is just going to be very difficult for him to get out of.
We'll see. If he tries to go to close guard, then he's still in it, but there we go. Okay, I mean, it shows he's trying to progress. But the moment he covers and stops moving his legs, they should probably call it.
Yeah, this is a bad situation here.
Man, yeah.
Heavy shots. Frame and elbow.
And Matt looking for that gift wrap, so we can trap that arm and land some more of those punches to the face. Chris got about a minute here. See if he can last to the end of the round, but for 1 minute, it's looking like Matt Costello is going to dish out punishment.
A lot of people say that close guard is dead in MMA. If you're ever hurt or tired and you need to just give yourself some time or survive a round, I mean, this is a great time to know how to use this position. You know, and if he survives the round, which he may not, his corner's gonna have to have a very important talk with Chris.
Yeah.
You gotta ask him, you know, can you win this fight? Do you want to keep fighting? And not even do you want to keep fighting. Almost no one's gonna say no. It's can you win this fight?
Yeah, undoubtedly, you know, after the way round two's ended, you know, he needs a knockout in the third round. And not that he couldn't do it, it's just that it's going to take a lot of energy. It's going to take a lot to get Matt Costello out of there right now. And I just don't know if Chris has it in him.
Yeah, and props to Chris too. I mean, he takes this fight at a catch rate above his natural weight class against a title, you know, contender as an amateur.
Yeah, against a title contender at heavyweight. And, you know, this is kind of the story of round two. Chris had a couple of good takedown attempts. He did get it to the ground a couple of times, just not able to stay there. Was able to get the guard. Wasn't able to get any offense going from the guard because, you know, he was right up against the cage. And, man, Matt Costello may have vomited. He looked like they were trying to make sure he didn't throw up there in the bucket. But, yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to throw up. Because if I'm not mistaken, if you throw up, it's over, right?
In between rounds, I don't think so. Maybe I think in the fight, of course.
Oh yeah.
But in between rounds, you can kind of do whatever your corner can get you to do.
Referee Daniel Guevara asking Chris Fattig if he wants to keep going. Of course, he shakes his head yes.
And yeah, and then like Matt is also in this fight. He's been fighting at a pace for 10 minutes. You know, he's not as fresh as he once was either. See, like right there, the shot had real no intention to finish. I mean, I think Matt could just sit here and throw these little shots for 5 or 10 seconds and get a TKO.
Well, I know Matt's hoping so because I don't know how many shots he has left in him. He's landed. I mean, I don't know how many significant strikes, but definitely a lot.
Yeah, this fight will be stopped in just a second. I mean, it should be. I mean, even those little shots are good, and just the activity. It's kind of like the Roy Nelson Ultimate Fighter stoppage from the crucifix. They weren't hard shots, they were doing damage, but the guy couldn't escape.
Yeah.
And like, see, this is where you just got to tell, you know, your fighter, okay, you know what? Maybe we're wrong. Chris is in on a Kimura.
Yeah. if he wins this fight by Kimura.
His coach is pleading with him. He says, this is your chance to win this fight, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, this is the most he's had in a minute. You see that cut over that eye. Just push to the limit. I know it may sound absurd, but this is why I like doing MMA so much, because it pushes you to those limits. He got the arm, he's got the arm out. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the odds of him finishing are low, but I mean, he's got a full Kimura. Can you see how Matt's head is acting as a wedge? Getting your head in between each other's chests and grabbing your hands together is a great defense. You can see Matt cupping his thigh. Call it the padlock grip. As Matt, oh man.
Yeah, this will be the beginning of the end, I would think.
Yeah, man, they need to stop this fight.
Yeah,
And there it is.
Yeah.
Third round TKO for Matt Costello. Evens his pro record out to 1-1. Congratulations to that man. Props to Chris Fattig, a new friend of ours here, Fury, in his debut. Did not have the easiest first test. Fought his butt off. Had no quit in him. Made Matt work for every punch in that TKO. We knew the undercard was going to be good today. We knew it, and it has over-delivered so far. We still got 3 more fights. We're only about halfway done.
Yeah, Matt Costello, you know, once he got to the mount, Daniel Guevara had already warned him. Undoubtedly, I mean, a lot of punches that Chris took that, you know, were unanswered. Not able to get any offense going there in the second half of that round, so. Yeah, good win there for Matt Costello. You know, Matt coming down from heavyweight down to light heavyweight. Now, looks like he'll be fighting at middleweight. Looks like that's a good weight class for him. Let's go in here and make it official with Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 1 minute, 50 seconds into the third and final round, declaring your winner by TKO, Matty Ice, Matt Costello.
Nice show of sportsmanship there from Matt Costello. Tough debut. Looks like Alex Murno's going to talk to him. Let's go inside to Alex.
I'm here with Matt Costello. Matt, congratulations. That was a super hard-fought, well-earned victory. No quitting, Chris. You had to push him to the very limits in the third round. Just tell us how you're feeling right now.
First things first, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I've been a Christian my whole life, but it was 3 weeks ago when I finally got baptized. Let me tell you something. Today is the day of salvation. Give your life to God. You won't regret it. I felt great. You know, my last fight, I got destroyed against James Ford. But you know what? Shout out to him. I want to thank him because it was after that fight when I realized there's things I need to work on, not just as a mixed martial artist in the cage, but outside of the cage when I train. So thank you, James Ford, for kicking my ass the way you did. It made me a better fighter.
Man, I've been a fan of you for a long time. You're always so much fun to watch. Congratulations. Your winner, everyone, Matt Costello.
Matt Costello gets the win by TKO in round 3. Let's go in.